This is Rich Laster with GrowExpand.com, and this is the Blunt on Business podcast. There is a mandatory shift that you have to make if your business is ever going to go from being the venture that you started with your friends in your mom's garage to something that can scale. Just because it's a good idea, just because you break your first 1 or 2 million, does not mean you are scalable. The leadership shift required for that to become a reality for you, what we're talking about after this intro. The Blunt on Business podcast is brought to you by
You're ready to hire a sales rep. Now what? EdgeGTM.ai Sales Ops gives you everything. A sales department manual, a live dashboard, comp plan mapping, deal review scoring, rep activity guide, and weekly coaching from your own AI sales ops consultant. 1 intake, 5 outputs, 1 week. The link's in the description to watch the demo.
All right, we have the live chat open if you're with us right now on YouTube. If you're not watching this later, feel free to jump in the comments with any questions you may have. The leadership shift. First, from founder-led sales to CEO. Notice they don't sound the same. I didn't carry the sales over, okay? There was some subtraction that happened. This is important. Founders, you sell what your company offers better than anyone ever will. It's your baby. You built it, you conceived it, you saw a need, a want, or a niche of serving a need or a want in the market, and you stood up to address it in the way that you address it. Okay, whoop-de-doo. Lest you only want the business to run when you're fit and healthy, you need to grow it. You need to start to staff up. You need to do what? Before you do that, you need revenue growth. Revenue growth needs to be predictable. The thing that founders who lead sales will never admit, but they all know is you built it. The minute you take your foot off the sales gas, revenue goes down because, and here's the system, the shift, how to make it. 1, document the whole process, even though for you as a founder, right, for you as a new CEO, it's a shorter process than it's going to be for your chief revenue officer, your biz dev team, your sales rep. I don't really care about that right now. Document everything. Hey, met John, January 1st. Interesting. Had good conversation. What made the conversation good? We need quantitative notes here, right? You got to get out of all that mushy stuff. Oh, it was cool. Write down, what did you find out what his problem was? This is the key to having a CRM built custom for you, which you can visit growexpand.com for that. You got to understand what exactly is their need, what's their want, what's the caveat, what's, if any, political pressure is there, what's the real need or the real want that they're embarrassed or too egotistical to say. You have to note these things. And this is why sales cycles in B2B typically take 6 to 18 months, because nobody's telling you the answer to all of these questions in the first 30 days. They don't know you. They don't know that they care to know you yet. I see a couple people just joined us. Welcome. Any questions, jump in the chat. We're live. What we're talking about today is how to make the shift from building the business to actually leading the business, getting out of that founder who does all the sales seat. That seat is hot. That seat is always hot. But what nobody says, I'll say it again, is if you're in that seat, you're not leading. You built this business what? To address a specific need, want, or approach a certain need or want from a niche in the marketplace. That vision, and this is where a lot of people get caught up on venture capital. If that vision isn't potentially serving a total addressable market of tens of millions of dollars, you're thinking too small. This podcast isn't even for you. But if you can see yourself one day leading a 20, 30, 50, $83 million a year revenue business, then what you need to do is learn how to, while everybody else is shooting the proverbial shit, having a good time, laughing it up, you need to always have a note-taking app on your phone, and you need to note like what is going on in your life, what you learned today in business, what you need to work on. Add those things to your CRM, right? You meet someone on January 1st, you know that you need to discover what their needs are, what their wants are, what the political pressure is, what the budget is, how urgent is dealing with this. Guess what? You need to find out first what the need is and how urgent it is and what the budget is. Before you go sending a proposal and acting like you're the solution to their problem, you better find out what the real problem is. As a founder who created the solution, you're naturally doing that in those conversations already, but you're not documenting it. And why documenting it is important is because when I come in and build your revenue operations system, I need that information. You just saved weeks of time of me following every phone call and reading every email of yours. I need that information. It is very important to understand how you sell. I'm going to tweak it, test it, refine it, because the sales rep I put on the phone and put in the desk to send out emails is not going to be you, but they need to be as effective as you, if not better. Sales cycle is going to be longer because breaking down walls is easier for the founder of a company than any sales or marketing executive. Okay, so you're here today because you started a business. It's not just some freaking hustle. You want to scale. You know that as long as you're the one responsible for selling, okay, then revenue goes down when you take your foot off the gas. We need more gas. We need more gas. And that is a revenue operations system that is installed in your business via your CRM. If you need more information on CRMs, visit growexpand.com/CRM. This has been a great time with you as always. I'm Blaster. And now for a word from our sponsor.
A bit about our company. We produce strategies and deploy experts to grow your business revenue. The success of our clients is a direct result of the 25+ years of sales and marketing experience of our founder, Rich Laster. We take the guesswork out of increasing your revenue. Our reputation is built on results, not another roll of the dice with your marketing budget. Visit growexpand.com to learn how.